Hello, it's Peter Goon. This is day 2 of programming every day until I get a full-time job. And today I'm going to start a new project, and I'm going to be doing it and finishing it on these videos, hopefully. So the project is Peter Goon Text, and it's basically a text editor. And the feature that I want for this editor is first like full, okay, not full, but like most Vim motions that I use. So when you open the text editor, it's going to be a GUI application. And when you first open it up, like you get, you can either create a project, starts, or go into an existing project. And a project, excuse me, is basically a collection of files, and each file can have a file within it. So you know how in Obsidian you can do like boop, something stupid like that, right? And if you click it, it goes to a new file. So in Obsidian, it's like a graph data structure, right? But like what that means is that you can access boop from any file, sort of. What I want instead is I want like, so okay, so say in my project I have a note called day1, right? And in day1, I could have a subsequent note. It's called day1.1, right? And the only way to access day1.1 is if I go to this project and I go to day1 and I click on day1.1 in day1. And the reason I want that is because when I work and when I do projects and stuff like that for coding, like my head's kind of all over the place, right? So I think of something and then I write it down real quick, or I don't and then I forget about it. So like this project is hopefully gonna fix that problem for me, and it's gonna help me organize my information in my head somewhere better, right? And like I could just do it in Obsidian, but like I kind of want to make my own text editor because that would be cool. So that's what I'm gonna do. And okay, what else do I need from this text editor? So a project is basically it's pretty much like a directory or just like a group of files. I don't know if it has to be a directory yet, but we can think about that later. And what's it called? In a project, there is a main note. Actually, nothing. So the main note has just information about the project and a bunch of notes, right? A bunch of notes. And one thing that in Obsidian, maybe there's like a plugin for it to fix this, but you can't create two files of the same name. And I want to be able to create files of the same name if for different projects, right? So it's a main note, a bunch of notes, and each note can have a sub note, and this should go on. This pattern should go on infinitely. So like a subnote can have a subnote, that can have a subnote, that can have a subnote, blah blah blah, right? And okay, what else do I want? I want Vim navigation throughout the application. So when you stuff here. Okay, so say this is the application, right? So when you first open it, you get just a say like there's text, bro. Oh, just tiny. Create project, right? And project 1, project 2, right? I want, so say we're on, this one is highlighted, right? Because it's like the top one. I want to be able to press J, and then the highlight would go to this one. And if I press J again, the highlight would go to this one. You see what I'm saying? So this is like the first screen that will pop up when you open the application. And then the second screen that will pop up is kind of like this first screen again, right? Except it is like project 1, P1, note 1, P1, note 2, shoot, P1, note 3. What the fuck? Right, and then like same thing here. If I press J, I can go down. If I press K, K, I can go up. And once we're here, right, if I press enter on, say like this one, P1 is highlighted, right, and I press enter, then like the note for P1, bro, would pop up, right? P1, note 1. And then there could be text, right? But there could also be like you know, kind of like a link in Obsidian. It's like a different color, right? And if like my cursor, if I like navigate down to like anywhere on the colored bit, like the whole thing will kind of highlight. And then if I press like, say like Command L, right, it'll go to that note instead, and I'll be in like the sub note of P1. It'd be like P1 note 1.1 or whatever, right? So you write that down. Application in project menu in specific project menu. I'm navigating through subnotes. And the reverse should also be true. If I were to press Command H, I would go back up the tree of that note, right? I would go back up until I'm at like the very like top level note, which are these, and then there would be like lower level notes of each, P1, P2, P3, or there could be, right? So that's a project. Text editor, emotions, GUI. I think this is pretty much it. Oh, and then I like JetBrains mono font for editing, Ubuntu font for everything else. So that's the project, and the goal today is to pick a tech stack to build this project in. So yeah, so like I won't be coding a lot this episode, or probably in like a couple episodes because I got like plan a lot of shit, right? But that's like part of programming, I think. So how to pick a tech stack for a project. I want to make sure I click call me door, send the code. Let's do this one. There are many ways to build a software product, and there's no one-size-fits-all solution. This guide is here to help you decide how to choose a tech stack by highlighting the essential factors to consider when selecting the technology stack for a web or mobile development project. We will cover the key components of a tech stack, a step-by-step process for selecting a tech stack tailored to your project's specific requirements, analysis of tech stack choices made by well-known companies. Is this just like web mobile stuff? Like, yeah, I think so. So fuck that one. That's probably also the same thing. Let's go this one. This one looks promising. Choose a tech stack can affect how frictionless your project development process will be if your tech stack integrates well. Finishing up your project will feel more manageable. And this article will cover primary considerations you have for your tech stack. That way you can start working on your future and current projects with the best tools suited for the job and your preferred way of working. What is tech stack? When you're preparing to accomplish a particular task, you usually have a set of tools and equipment you use to achieve that. This principle applies to any business process or task from HR onboarding to purchase orders. This concept is what a tech stack is. A tech stack is a set of technologies, tools, programming languages, frameworks, etc. you use to develop an application. Some other industries have co-opted this term, but at the start, tech stack describes the tools you use together to create an app or some other sort of software. Auditing your tech stack is crucial to be as efficient as you develop an app or software. It will help you figure out whether the tools in your toolset are working for you or if you need to replace them. It's also a great chance to check for any lapses or blanks in your toolset you must address. Now that you know what a tech stack is, let's cover some of the different kinds of tech stacks. Front end users will see web, Angular for mobile. Okay, importance of selecting the right tech stack, project size, type, and complexity, scalability and flexibility requirements, cost, time to market, community support documentation, security, ease of maintenance. Okay, so I gotta find a tech stack, or not even a tech stack, probably just like some GUI framework that is, it probably has to be like low level enough because I know like GUI frameworks usually have like their own like text insert, text editor, like component or widget, right? But like it's already like a widget. You can't like add, or it would be annoying. I'm talking out of my ass right now to be honest, but I feel like it would be annoying to have to go into like an existing thing and try to suit it to add Vim motions to it and stuff like that, right? Like this stuff is like, okay, I gotta figure out how to like organize the files, right? If I want folders or directories or whatnot, but it's like that's like I can do it however I want to. It's like it's just organizing the data, right? But like, okay, like how do you actually make a text editor? I don't fucking know, right? So, okay, I will ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT, move this shit over here. I want to make a GUI text editor with some Vim functionality, all the Vim I know, and I want Vim navigation throughout the application. The application will have a screen to select projects, a screen to select which note to edit in a project, and the editor itself. The first two screens will be almost identical, as the only thing changing is project names versus note names. I need the GUI library to be low level enough where I can build my own text editor component. I have experience with Python. No, I just wanted to like tell me what stacks are out there. What tech stacks could I use to finish this project? W prompt, maybe. This over here. I feel like Flight React, bro. What the fuck? To build a GUI text editor with full Vim style navigation and a custom text editor component. Not a problem. Q text edit. What is Q text edit? Q text edit. QT. Q text edit provides a widget that uses as well as finish text. Here, cursor width. Document HTML, markdown. Overwrite, place order, plain text, read only, type change focus, stop distance, interaction flags. Okay. Here are viable tech stacks depending on your preferred language and level of comfort. Python plus Pygame or PySDL2. That's for full custom rendering, full keyboard input control, simplicity. Total control over drawing, keyboard events like Vim keybinds and modes, easy to get started with. Okay, these are pretty good pros. Cons, not a traditional GUI library. You'll have to implement widgets, scroll bars, selection, etc. No built-in layout or high-level components. Okay, this kind of sucks. Rust plus Druid or Taffy for layout plus WinIt plus custom rendering. Best for building fast, fully custom UIs with Rust performance. Pros: level of control, excellent keyboard input capture, native feel across platforms. You can use Winit to handle window input and render with WGPU or Skia. C++ or Rust plus Dear Ungui. Intermediate mode paradigm. High performance. C or C++. Functional rendering and input handling, especially for Go or level. Pros: everything's up to you. Very similar to how terminal emulators and TY editors are built. Cons: very low level. Fuck no. Fuck no. Fuck no. I've heard this like phrase being like thrown around. What is a state machine? A state machine. Dude, like where the fuck can I put my camera? It's a mathematical abstraction used to design algorithms. A state machine reads a set of inputs and changes to a different state based on those inputs. A state is a description of the status of a system waiting to execute a transition. A transition is a set of actions to execute when a condition is fulfilled or an event is received. In a state diagram, circles represent each possible state, and arrows represent transitions between states. Okay. So this is like anything ever, because you just do stuff and it changes it based on whatever you do. Something like that. Okay. So I don't want to use Rust because I would just be like, maybe in the future, like once I get how to do this, I can do it in Rust again for funsies and for like more performance. Yeah, I think like I should look into PySDL2. PySDL2 is a wrapper around the SDL2 library. What is SDL2? SDL2 library. Simple Direct Media Layer. Simple Direct Media Layer is a cross-platform software development library designed to provide a hardware abstraction layer for computer multimedia hardware components. So just a GUI graphics library, I think. Yeah. Multimedia software. Oh, okay, so they can be used to make like a lot of different things. Installing Py. Okay, so how should I go about this? I need to make sure all the requirements of my project are met with the framework that I would choose. So the two options I'm going to look through is Pygame or PySDL2. And right now, for reading anything and just on vibes, I'm feeling more PySDL2 because it's a GUI library, and I don't know what Pygame is, to be honest. I know it's like a game engine, I think, or something like that. So, okay, so what are the actual requirements here? Like it's Python, right? So like all the file shit is like, yeah, okay, we can do stuff with files, right? That's not a problem. The only requirement is like, okay, like can I make a Vim-like text editor in a GUI app, right? And that's it. That's really it. How do I even like figure that out? Oh, fonts. That's another one. But I see TTF here. Font rendering. Okay. This probably means that I can use fonts. Like my font. Okay. Requirements. GUI, Vim-like, editor, fonts. Okay. These are like the only two requirements because the file stuff are good. I just have like draw like rectangles, right? Like that's pretty much it for the. Did I delete that tab? I did delete that tab. Or whatever. For the like what's it called? Not shit. Projects or notes. It's not shit. Okay. So how can I figure out if I can make a GUI Vim-like editor with PySDL2? GUI Vim-like editor. Okay. That was a long shot. PySDL2 is easy to learn and a powerful multimedia programming framework. It features efficient high and low-level structures and an excellent object-oriented programming layout. The following tutorials will guide you through your first applications written with PySDL2 and introduces certain parts of the PySDL packages to you. They will most likely not cover each single part of PySDL2, but instead show you the most noteworthy features. Okay. That up there. Reacting on player input. We have a moving ball that bounces from side to side. The next step would be to allow moving one of the paddles around if the player presses a key. The SDL event routines allow us to deal with a huge variety of user and system events that could occur for application. But right now, we are only interested in keystrokes for the up and down keys to move one of the player paddles up or down. Def run, blah, 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 run equals true, while running. Events is equal to SDL2.ext, which is not external, get events for events in events. If event.type is SDL2 quit running equals break. So is this just the game loop? I guess it is. Name sys.exit. Is it probably syscall? What does exit do? What does exit syscall do? The exit syscall is a fundamental part of our programs. Right. Null AI. Terminates the calling process immediately. Open any file. Any open file descriptors belonging to the process are closed. Okay, don't just. What's it? If event type is equal to SCL2.SCL key down, if event.key is SCL key up, their one velocity of UI is equal to -3, elif down. So if it's up, their velocity is -3. So up is negative, and down is positive. Elif event type SCL2. Oh. No. Okay, so if it hit up, and then I have no idea what the fuck that means, but it's slowing down, it's increasing or decreasing the speed, I think, or velocity. You're going okay, I really don't get what's happening, but it's like you can capture user inputs and you can do stuff with those inputs, which is a pretty good sign. Improved bouncing. Oh shit, my bad. Pygame. Is that the other one? I'm tripping. It is. Awesome. Pygamers, care to move to a newer SDL to Pygame launch? Then you should know one thing or two about PySDL before hacking code, since it's completely different from Pygame. Do not let that fact scare you away. The basics with graphics and sound are also the same, as they are fundamental, but you will not find many similarities to the Pygame API with PySDL2. API differences. Init, quit, error, get error, set error, get SDL version, get SDL byte order, register quit, encode string, encode file path. And a lot of differences. This one might be useful. This one might be useful. Display. Init. Info. Get driver update flip. Get surface. Set mode. Get init. I don't know what any of these mean. Get active. Toggle full screen. Yaml icon. Caption. Palette. Drawing primitives can be accessed through the SCL render draw, SCL run function, or more powerful SCL2.SDLGFX module. Pump. Get poll. Wait. Peak. Clear. Event name. Set blocked. Get blocked. Set allowed. Set grab. Get grab. Post event. Pygame. Font. Init. Quit. Who's in it? Okay, so this is 1 point for Pygame and 1.5 points. Is that? I think like there's more functions with fonts. What's this font? I need to figure out what these mean. So this could make things easier potentially. Direct free type support. Free type Pygame. Enhanced Pygame module for loading and rendering computer fonts. Excuse me. Module for Pygame font is also functionality. There's absolutely no dependencies on the SLT and the free type 2 library. Okay. Pygame.image. I don't think this matters. Pygame joystick. I don't think this matters. Get focused. Get pressed. Get mods. Set mods. Set repeat name. Pygame.key. Pygame key. Pygame modules work with keyboards. This is all keyboard buttons. Which modifier keys are being held? Set mods. How keys are repeated? Okay. Constants and PySDL2 are shared. Pygame locals. This module contains various constants used by Pygame. Its contents are automatically placed in the Pygame module namespace. However, an application can use Pygame locals included. Okay. That's pretty. That seems helpful. I don't know if I'll actually use it, but it's like a pretty good feature for developers. Pygame mixer is audio shit. Pygame.mouse. Sure. Pygame erect. Okay. Seems you draw everything. Scrap. Pygame.scrap. PySDL2 offers a basic text. PySDL2 offers basic text. Can I read? PySDL2 offers basic text-based clipboard access via the SDL2.clipboard module. A feature-rich clipboard API as for Pygame does not exist yet. Pygame scrap. SDL2 clipboard. PySDL2. Okay. Latest. It's okay, this is one point, but there's still stuff, no? Right? Data into clipboard. It's still here. So like, I mean, like, Need that for like yanking shit. SND array. Pygame SND array. Functions to convert single arrays and sound objects. Okay, don't think I need that. Sprite. Coinbase system. Sprite under Pygame. Surface. Pygame surface. Pygame surface. Where did that little Pygame surface is used to represent any image? Okay. Okay. So, based on this, Pygame looks like the winner now. It kind of looks like it's winning. Based on the fonts. Excuse me. Based on what's this? Surface? No, not that. Just the fonts. Okay. STL2 clip. Or how much better is the clipboard? But do they just not have it? What is it called? Font? No. Clipboard. Nothing. Okay. Nothing at all. Okay. So. Move this shit over here. Pygame. Keyboard. Pygame module to work with keyboard. Get key for true if the display is receiving keyboard input from the system. Pygame.key.getPress. Get the state of all keyboard buttons. Determine which modifier keys are being held. Temporarily set which modifier keys are pressed. Control how Pygame event queue is Pygame key events when keyboard buttons are pressed and released. Both events have key and mod attributes key. An integer ID representing every key on the keyboard. Mod a bit mask of all modifier keys are passed and press that when you press it when the event occurred. Okay. This Pygame event seems important. New code and scan code. New code, a single character string is fully translated character entries takes into account shift and composition keys, scan code, a platform-specific key code, which can be different from keyboard to keyboard, but is useful for key selection. Oh, another feature, freaking null line wrapping. Like, okay, like in Obsidian, right? If you just like type a whole bunch, like it wraps the line, right? So this is still like one line, this whole thing. It's like really fucking annoying. Like I just want it to be like once the line ends, right? It hits like the last character allowed, it like immediately creates a new line and just starts like adding text here. Like for like code, right? Like that wouldn't work. But for just like notes, like that's fine. And that's why I want it like that. New Pygame 2.0. Pygame text input event is referred to the new code attribute of the Pygame blah 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 blah. This. Okay. Key color. Display. No screen. Draw. Drawing shapes. Event. Events and cues. Okay. Font. Image key. Locals. Constants. Select. Storing rectangular coordinates. Surface. Representing images. Time. Pygame module for monitoring the time. Top level Pygame package. And stuff. Cursors, joystick, mask, image masks. I don't think I need that. Swarm surfaces. I don't think I need that. Pygame short extends a surface buffer through an array protocol. I don't know what that means. It's Pygame module for loading and running fonts. Okay, I probably need that. Pygame module for drawing shapes. Bezier curve. Oh, some math shit. Okay. Okay. Math, camera, controllers, scraps, test, touch, version. Okay. So, how to make a text editor in Pygame. How to make a text editor in Pygame. And bulleting it to the main surface. Am I allowed to? Reading a text box. Oh, he did it, so it's possible. So, okay. I think Pygame might be the one. It's based on. Oh, what the hell? I had like a timer running up for however long I was recording, but I guess I lost it. Well, that freaking sucks. Whatever. This Pygame. Does Pygame support async And the reason I'm asking this is because like reading, like if I save, right, I shouldn't like there shouldn't be a delay for after I press save, and then once I start typing again, that would prevent me from typing if I just save something, right? So. Hi everyone. I wonder how I just starting architecture. I'm pretty far. I don't know. I was creating my own task queue system for tasks that need to run support. Just typing. We'll read this properly. Hi everyone. I'm 100% self-taught in Python game dev. No tutorials, videos, or anything like that. Just diving in documentation. This has gotten me pretty far, but I never ended up properly learning async. I always create my own task queue systems or tasks that need to be separate from the main. Okay, so it's possible. This technically works, but it's far from optimal. How would you best implement any functionality that needs to run asynchronously? You just put your entire game into async with async your task script. You could create a thread pool or any game function with async around. The Python main. I use the CT is equal to wait, next to 9, blah blah blah. I'm not gonna say I'm not sure this is the right way to do this. The problem is that Pygame itself does not have any async compatible functions. There is nothing specifically made to wait. It would make sense if you could await update, but you cannot. Anyway, I did get everything working, and plus I was even able to ensure a clean shutdown given a variety of ways. Okay, so it's possible. And I think like whatever they did here, like making a task queue is probably fine. I think if someone's writing to a file and they save it and they keep writing to it, they save it again, would that bug out or would that be fine? I don't know. Okay, so text stack will be Pygame because I like that guy just proved that you can like render text and you can do asynchronous stuff and you can do font stuff. So the only thing, and then you can do like keyboard presses, right? So like there could be like a variable, right? And it's like mode. And then if we're typing, right, the mode would be insert mode, and like this would probably be an enum. But if we press escape, right, the Pygame would like react to the escape and then change the mode to what do you call it? Normal. I think okay. Pygame custom text editor. And I'm looking at this. Pygame for Pygame. Zero.py. Okay, what the hell is editor? I'm spoiling it for myself. Okay. Okay, I think this should be fine. Pygame. Can you start it? Pygame. Okay. I don't think I have UV on this computer, so I'm going to get UV. Ghosty. What? UV. Okay. It's a bash script. Shell check. Shells. There's downloading shit, no? This may be inspected before use. Okay, I'm just gonna use bro. Install UV. Scoop. I don't know what that is. UV. Okay. Plus. Nectar. Projects. CD. Projects. And steps. Cheers. UV init. UV init. Meter given text. CD given text. Meaning init py project.tumble. Said dot. Okay. Init py. Hello for given text. Py project.tumble. Okay. Readme. It's empty. Okay. What is this? UV run. In py. Hello for given text. It's in the get ignore. Okay. Py project.tumble. Dependencies. Adding. Nice. UV add HTTPX. UV add Pygame. Okay. UV. UV run and my Py. Okay. Is this? This is virtual library. Okay. One line. Fail. Okay. Git add. Oh. Git commit -m. Sure. Add Pygame dependency. Okay. What is this? Oh, it just highlights this stuff. How are you doing? Nice. Well, okay. That's what I wanted to get done today, is picking a tech stack and starting the project. Next time I will research more and code the project. Bye-bye.